What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Prison Break Season 5. Yes, Prison Break Season 5. I didn't ever think we'd make it to Season 5. So as we all know, Prison Break Season 5 is a mini-series, and it was announced at Comic-Con that we'd be getting 9 episodes. It's on Fox on a Tuesday. So it's 7 years later on. We all thought Michael was dead, but Michael isn't actually dead. But the interesting thing about this story is Teabag is actually centric. Theodore Teabag, well, Bagwell, I guess is his real surname, is centric to the whole season. So it starts in the prison where they all spent a lot of time. Teabag is getting out, and he gets a letter from someone in Yemen, and it's a picture of Michael Scofield. So he goes to Michael Scofield's house, shows him a picture, and Lincoln essentially thinks it's fake, which is kind of understandable, seeing as his brother's supposedly been dead for 7 years, and he's gone back to the dark side, back to being a common street thug, I guess you could say. So once he does a bit more digging, he flies to where Sarah, aka Dr. Sarah Tenkedi, lives, and he shows her the picture, and she thinks it's photoshopped, but it looks like he was getting followed before he got to her house. So the more and more we got into this episode, it was like it was building up to something. So he started to do some research, and he actually found out that the letter was sent from a Yemen prison. And then he looked at where the Yemen prison was, and then Teabag gets a mystery kind of email saying that someone wants to fix his hand and give him a fully functional kind of iRobot, I guess, Mr. Robot, iRobot kind of hand, fully functional, and he's not got to pay anything. And then Burroughs digs up Michael's grave and finds out that he's not in there. So at this point, he's probably starting to believe that Michael is actually alive. And there's a hitman out on Burroughs, and he takes over his car completely, crashes it into the river, because obviously they're trying to hide up the death, and obviously he's stuck in Yemen in one of the most hardcore prisons ever. So it's just very interesting how we go from this scene to him calling Sarah, and then the car shows up at her house that was following him, and there's a hit woman out who's clearly out to kill Sarah or anyone that knows him or anyone that can link it back to him. So this hit woman shoots her husband, and the cops are called, so she gets spooked, and then she like kind of wanders off. So he basically says to Sarah he's going to Yemen, but he doesn't know anyone in Yemen. So he finds his old friend Benjamin C-Note, or as we know him, Franklin, who was one of the stars of the first series. And then he says he's in deep. He's like, they've got 24 hours. I mean, Yemen seems like it's a war zone, so I really am interested to see in where this season going. And then who shows up? Fernando Sucre, aka Wentworth, aka Michael's best friend. So there's these two people who are after them, take a picture, and they're warning people in Yemen. So basically, as soon as they get to Yemen, they're picked up by the wrong dude, and then they find out that it's a setup, and they're trying to kill him. And because these are all ex-convicts, they just fucking knock them the fuck out easily without even trying. And then Teabag questions where this bionicle arm's coming from. So this guy's been given research money if he gave the kind of arm to Teabag. I don't know about you guys, but that's a bit suspicious. And so he gets a meeting with his brother, or at least who he thinks his brother is, but he's got to give up his passport. So even if he does break Michael out, how in hell is he supposed to get out of Yemen without a passport? So it looks like Michael has been working with some terrorist ISIS mafia, I guess you could call. But the most interesting thing is, Michael has an array of new tattoos. He's not even calling himself Michael. He says he doesn't know who he is. And then you see this scene where Michael's closing his eyes and he's feeling guilty. So obviously there's going to be some chronological there's gonna be a reason why he's in there, and I'm really looking forward to next week's episode when hopefully we find out how he faked his own death, because he saved Sarah's life by killing himself, or at least we thought he killed himself, but as in an interview you never seen the body, which is kind of cool. And towards the end it focused in his new tattoos, which is really cool, how they're sticking to the origins of Prison Break and having the vocal point of the tattoos. But ever since I've watched The Flash, I just call like Captain Cold, I just call Michael Captain Cold, and Burroughs is Heatwave. So it's kind of funny seeing two of my favourite Flash people and Legends of Tomorrow people back on the show that essentially made them the kind of actors, the world-known people for who they are. And the ratings were pretty good. 3.7 million views on a Tuesday night is quite good, seeing as they've got a lot of competition with, obviously, well, The Flash wasn't on this week, but The Flash is a big hitter. But Fox is a much bigger network, so I don't know if I'm going to review every episode, but I just wanted to get the thoughts out there. I mean, to me, it looks like there's not many kind of main cast from the original show. I mean, it looks like Lincoln Burrows, Michael Scofield, Dr. Sarah, Franklin, Teabag, Sucre. I mean, I'm just looking through the cast list here, and I can't really see anyone else from previous seasons who's been like casted for it. No, I think that's pretty much it. Just 5 people from the original series, which is good because the show is centric around Sarah, Michael, and Lincoln. And it's going to be really interesting because obviously this is 7 years on. Sarah's married now to someone else. But like she says to her son, will the storm be the same storm that left us? So it's going to be really interesting when them two meet together. And I really want to know who these two people are who are trying to kill the Michael Scofield and Lincoln Burrows. I mean, they're listed. I mean, the girl's listed as A and W, which is kind of weird. And the other one's listed as Van Gook or something like that. But yeah, it's going to be pretty sick. So guys, please like, subscribe, and comment, as this would be awesome. I really hope I can get this video up to 10 likes, as this is a completely random kind of video for me. But the channel is about me reviewing and doing theories on videos and kind of movies and stuff that I love watching. So I most likely will be keeping this kind of going throughout the whole season, as I did really love the first episode. Anyway guys, I've been your host for today. It's Warstu. I'll catch you in another one. Peace out. P.S. I will be announcing my 2,000 subscriber giveaway on Friday's video. It's just I got that many comments. I'm finding it hard to pick a winner. I mean, I'm not going to do it randomly because I'm going to pick. I can't decide who's got the best comment. So I'm going to pick it on Friday's video. Anyway, guys, peace out.